Welcome back to the SelfishBabe podcast with me, your host, olanikeeosibowale. Now, y'all, it took me since probably 10 o'clock to set this up, this damn podcast episode. Okay, let me just rant for a second before we get into the episode. It took me since 10 o'clock to set this episode up, right? I have my new Shure mic. I was figuring out how to use it with my camera so the audio can go straight to the camera. That wasn't working. Then I figured out, okay, how to do it from my iPhone to the mic. It's working now. Great. And I'm getting the lighting right and the seating right. Oh my gosh. So it's taking at least 2 hours to set this fucking podcast up. And I'm just what the fuck? So when you guys are listening to this podcast, or if you're thinking about even starting your own podcast, just know that you're going to need at least an hour or 2 hours if you are just getting everything fresh to set your shit up. If you're doing it maybe the Shure mic way or another way, if you're just recording on your phone and it's no big deal, the audio, whatever, then it's not going to take long. But because for me, this is an elevated podcast experience, I have my SelfishBabe podcast YouTube channel separate. I have my new Shure mic. Okay, the best of the best mic, one of the best mics to use in podcasting. We're elevating the SelfishBabe podcast, and it just took a little longer than I expected. So let me get right in my energy, okay? I just need to get that out. I was like, what the fuck? Oh God. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys about my trip to Haiti, because I've been posting about it. I've actually posted a vlog about it on my vlog channel. My vlog channel is olanikeeosibowale on YouTube. I will have that linked below. And that video is called my trip to Haiti to learn Haitian Vodou. And I also have been posting little vlogs on it on TikTok, on Instagram, but I wanted to just post all the vlogs at one place in YouTube. So make sure to check out that video and comment below. But I wanted to do a podcast episode on my trip to Haiti, of course, because I love my selfish babes. I know many of my selfish babes are, on their own personal spiritual journeys. And maybe even if you never practice voodoo, just want to hear a different perspective than what is typically out there. And for me, I've gotten so much love on my Haiti voodoo trip, right? So many people were like, oh my God, I wish I was there. This is so beautiful. When can we go on this trip? Blah, blah, blah. I'll share all those details. But with the love came the ignorant comments. The ignorant comments, the hate comments, the comments of oh my God, you need Jesus. Oh my God, repent. Oh my God, this is the devil's work. This is not good. You're not supposed to be practicing Haiti. Oh, you did an animal sacrifice. Oh my God. Just the negativity around, I personally believe, African spiritual practices. We're in 2023, and for me, I would have already expected, and my bad for having expectations, but I would have already expected that more people are open-minded to African spiritual practices rather than deeming them down. As just lumping them all into a jar of this is evil, don't practice it. And it's just bitch, some of our ancestors are connected to these spiritual sacred practices, and you're saying this is evil. Let me praise Jesus. Only Jesus is the only God. There is no other spiritual practice that we're ever supposed to be doing. And for me, that annoys the fuck out of me. I respect other people's beliefs. If you are a Christian listening to this podcast, I respect your beliefs, right? And I would just want the same respect for my practice or my trying to find new things that I'm genuinely interested in. And since I've been roughly 20 years old, I have been interested in African spiritual practices, all kinds, such as Lukumi, which is what I practice, such as Haitian Voodoo, such as Palo. I'm not really interested in Palo, but Palo is one, such as Kemetic, Egyptian Kemetic, ancient spirituality. And for me, I'm just can we just get the same fucking respect? Can we just get the same fucking respect, right? If I want to post the same respect as Christianity, the same respect as Islam, the same respect on Buddhism, or the same respect as if you're Jewish, I just want the same respect. If people are going to the mosque or showing them going to the mosque or going to a church, showing the pastors preaching, everybody clapping, enjoying the service, nobody is in their comments like, what the fuck are you guys doing? This is evil. Stop doing this. But when me or anybody that I see is posting an African spiritual practice, an ATR, African traditional religion, immediately there are Christians in the comments. This shit is evil. My pussy is dripping with success. They're manifesting wealth, prosperity, and abundance in their lives. The Wealthy Woman Wash is back. Remember, this wash is our crystal Yoni wash that has real citrine crystals in the bottle, as well as the affirmations on the back for you to pray and affirm wealth into your life. My favorite affirmation on the back of Wealthy Woman is, my pussy is dripping with success. You're going to take the wash, you're going to pump it into your hands, you're going to pray, my pussy is dripping with success. Then you're going to wash your yoni. You are blessing your yoni and you are aligning yourself to wealth and prosperity in your life by speaking these prayers and affirmations when you are in your shower daily. Purchase Wealthy Woman at evolvingbutterfly.org. Link is in the bio. And make sure to check out the SelfishBabe podcast. Go repent. Don't do this. Oh my God, be careful. And I hate that. I absolutely hate that because I'm like, that's not fair. And I know, quote unquote, the world is not fair, whatever. But damn, bitch, we can respect all these other religions that kind of some of them have been forced down our throat through enslavement. Can we not forget that? And it's just like, we were not always Christian. I'm talking specifically for people of color. We were not always Christian. It's okay if you practice that. If it's okay if it's your belief, I respect that. But just have respect for what I'm practicing too, or what I am exploring. It is okay for me to want to explore what my ancestors may have been practicing without you guys pouring on this is evil in the fucking comments or projecting that from your mind. For me, I'm exploring and sharing this because I want other people to see that there are other options out there. I feel like when I was younger, it was only Christianity. That was the option. And that did not resonate with my spirit. That did not resonate with my soul at all. To the point where at one point I thought that I was atheist. Then I was like, oh, I'm agnostic, because it just did not resonate to me about praying to a man in the sky, and a man specifically, when I know that I came from a woman. I don't understand Holy Father, Son, when I know I came from a woman. When I know the creation of life is from a woman, man and woman together, sure, let's talk about divine feminine and divine masculine. But I feel like in a lot of these religions, we talk a lot about the masculine, and that does not resonate with my spirit because I know that I'm a woman, and I know that I came from a woman, and I know you need a woman to create life. So where the fuck is the woman in these practices? Doesn't resonate with me. I don't want the answer. Don't care about the answer. I'm just saying why it didn't resonate with me. And so now I'm here exploring, going to an HBCU, learning about African traditional religions, learning about ancestor veneration. Like, oh my God, honoring your ancestors, venerating your ancestors, seeing the reciprocity in what you give and receive, getting their protection, inviting them into my life. Oh my God, yes, yes, yes. This makes sense to me. And then now going on to the spiritual practices that there are, such as Ifa, such as Lukami, etc., etc., etc. And I'm doing my own research. I'm learning my own research, and I'm thoroughly enjoying what I'm learning. I'm even having to dismantle some of the things that I've been taught or not taught about some of these traditional practices, having to uncolonize my own mind that this shit is not evil, that there is beauty in it. Yes, there are a lot of people that take advantage of these practices and do it in an evil way, and in a way that I would not say is what we call iwa puele, aka good character. But there's also a lot of people out there that are practicing with iwa puele, which is good character, great character. And for me, I've seen this time and time again, and it is so beautiful that I want to share it with the world. Just like maybe if you're in church and you get a good word from the pastor and you're like, oh my God, this is so beautiful, I want to share it with the world. Boom. Just like if you were practicing maybe Islam and you were doing your prayers 5 times a day, which by the way, I think is so amazing and so beautiful. And you're like, I just want to share this with the world. I want to share the beauty of my spirituality with the world. and to be welcomed with open arms. I just wish and hope for the same with African traditional practices. And I know for my selfish babes that are listening, you guys are more than likely open-minded. Love you guys. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. But love y'all. I just want the same from the rest of the world. I feel like our shit has been so demonized that people don't even want to explore. That my own people that maybe have blood ties in Nigeria, Ghana, even Haiti, even Haitians don't want to fucking explore voodoo. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that you come from this island that's so powerful, full of powerful people, powerful spiritual practice as Haitian voodoo, and you don't even want to explore because of what you've been taught. That's crazy to me. I do not, from my knowledge, because I may, but from my knowledge, I don't have Haitian in my blood. I know I have Jamaican in my blood. I know I may have some Nigerian in my blood, but for me, it has not been confirmed to me about having Haitian lineage in my blood, but I may. But for me, I'm curious. I want to know all the things. And so even though I mainly practice reverence with the Orisha, spirits of nature, I wanted to learn more about the Loa, which are the spirits within Haitian voodoo. And I've always wanted to visit Haiti, actually, guys. I've always told myself, I think from like 25 years and up, I've always wanted to go to Haiti. But I told myself that I probably would not be going to Haiti by myself. I would need to go to Haiti with a group. And I would love for it to be like a spiritual group, right? Because if you just go to Haiti to just go on a tour in Haiti, I don't think that there's going to be a lot of spiritual tour groups at all. And so when I saw this trip advertised called Where the Waters Meet by Miela Doche and Mambo Lanice, I said, yes, bitch. You gonna see my ass in motherfucking Haiti, okay? And so this was an 8-week course with Miela. Sorry, Miela, if I'm messing up your name. You know I don't mean no harm. With Miela and Mambo Lanice. And they were basically teaching an 8-week course of voodoo practices and hoodoo practices. And hoodoo practices is really African American spirituality, really what enslaved people may have done in America, where they used a lot of roots and herbs, their voice, their prayer, even Bible verses to conjure and shift their reality, to protect themselves, to attract money, to attract more good luck, etc. And so they wanted to come together, from my understanding, because there's a lot of similarities between hoodoo and voodoo. And I just thought that that was beautiful. 2 Black women coming together, teaching these traditional spiritual practices. So I took the course, and then a part of that course was an option if you wanted to actually go to Haiti for, I think, almost 2 weeks. And so in May, I believe it was May, or it could have been April, but I went to Haiti. I flew to Haiti. I flew into Port-au-Prince. Then we took a small plane from Port-au-Prince to Jacmel. No, a small plane to Port-au-Prince to Les Cayes, then drove from Les Cayes to Jacmel. That was a fucking 5 to 6 hour drive, by the way, y'all. And then we made it to Jacmel. And Jacmel is a region or a place in Haiti that is known to practice voodoo heavily. And so a lot of the festivals, like we were going for the Cuisine Festival, was going to be in Jacmel. And so for me, taking this trip was really powerful for me because, one, it's exactly what I've wanted. I wanted to take a trip to Haiti, and I wanted it to be a spiritual group. And hey, it just happened to be a spiritual group of women, which I think was beautiful. But not only that, knowledgeable women that were leading, right? Knowledgeable women within hoodoo and voodoo. And for me, Mambo Lanice is initiated into Haitian voodoo. So she understands what is going on. She can teach from that perspective what she is willing to share, right? You can't share a lot of this stuff. When it comes to a lot of traditional African religions, some things are secret and you cannot know them unless you are initiated. So I was very grateful to be able to be on the trip because I've just been curious. And I think that's what I'm saying, y'all. I've been curious and I wanted to learn for myself. And I feel like if you are curious about something, selfish babe, go out there and learn for yourself. Do not let the hate, the naysayers, the evil sayers stop you. If there is nobody within your family that is going to be practicing an African traditional religion or whatever it is that you're interested in, and they may have their own negative opinions about what it is you may be interested in just to explore out of sheer curiosity, I don't want that to stop you from your own learning and your own understanding. And the reason I'm saying this is because I truly believe and know that we have different desires placed on our hearts, in our spirit, for a reason to explore as a part of your own journey. Let me circle that, your own journey, right? It's not going to be your mom's journey. It's not going to be your dad's journey. It's not going to be your brother, your sister, your friend's fucking journey. It's your fucking journey. And so when it comes to our journey, there are things that we have to do alone that will not involve other people, despite what their thoughts and their attitudes are towards it, right? Let's say you want to start a fucking business and you're like, oh my God, I really love lip gloss. I want to sell lip gloss and I want to sell it on social media. So you find out about it, you start exploring it, you start doing research, but then you have your sister that's like, girl, why are you taking these photos? Those look so silly. You gonna really post that on Instagram and Facebook? Everybody gonna think you're weird. They're gonna be like, what the hell is she doing? And so you end up not doing it. You end up not fulfilling that passion of yours when you could have continued the passion, and that could have led you to millions of dollars and maybe lead you to another business, maybe have led your family into generational wealth, or just you into your own fucking wealth, into your own life of luxury. But because you wanted to listen to your sister and give a fuck about what the fuck she says, about what the fuck other people are thinking about you, now you have stopped yourself. You have stopped yourself based on what your family member has told you. And this is what I'm trying to relate the two messages together. If it's your desire and it's your curiosity, explore it. Do not listen to the other fucking people about what the fuck they think is in your heart or about what the topic is. And so for me, there is nobody that I know in my living family that practices traditional African spirituality, that I know of, that practices traditional African spirituality. Majority of my family comes from a Christian background, right? But spiritually, I have been told that in my bloodline, there may have been a few people that practice traditional African spirituality. And guess what? I'm the bitch that's bringing it back. But in my immediate family, people can be like, oh my God, that's weird. Be careful. That's evil. They don't understand. And guess what? I'm okay with their misunderstanding. I think I've gotten peace. I've gotten peace if people not gonna understand. But I think what I'm really wanting to know or love is just if we can just get the same fucking respect. If I want to practice my damn Lukami, my damn Haitian Vodou, bitch, and you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say no shit, because you really don't know. And maybe you are Haitian and maybe you did have a negative experience with the practice, because there were a few Haitians in my comments that said, oh my God, my cousin practiced this and it's not good. Just like any other practice, it can be taken and used for the wrong reasons. I just want to step away from this, that Haitian voodoo is inherently evil. And it's not. It's not inherently evil. It's about what people are doing with it and their character. So maybe your cousin practiced it in a quote unquote evil manner, but that doesn't mean the whole damn thing is evil. So I just want to keep that in mind, guys. Like, that's really important for me. That's really important for me to share, because I hate that shit. Like, I had to block a lot of people and delete a lot of comments for that. But there was also a lot of love that I was given, because people typically just do not see it, practice it in the way that I was showing y'all. The way that I was being shown was so beautiful, was amazing. So let me just, guys, give you an overview if you did not watch the vlog, but please do watch the vlog. You get the visuals linked below. Subscribe to my vlog channel and subscribe to my podcast channel. But we drove into Jacmel. We checked into the hotel. And literally the next day we were in our whites and we were in Mambo Lanisa's home. I like to say compound, because it's a beautiful home with a big yard and, you know, a big wall. The type of house I see for myself in the future, and lots of greenery. And basically we were having what we call, I forgot the name of it, I probably said it in the video, but basically just say a party for the spirits, an offering for the spirits and a party for the spirits. And so in the beginning, everybody was around. We were wearing all white. We were under the mango tree, and they started singing some songs to the Loa, singing some songs to the Loa. It was very hot. We got some water, which was great. The glow, DLO. And they were going to sacrifice a pig and a rooster. I think the pig was for Ursuli Dantour and Ursuli Freda, and then the rooster was for Papa Legba, and Papa Legba opens up the way. And so we were able to see that. And I know for some of you guys are like, animal sacrifices, like, isn't that a bad thing? And for me, what I've learned in African traditional religion or African spiritual practices, it's just a part of the practice. Like, blood is life. Blood is able to make things live, right? Just how we were born from our mother's womb, there was blood in that process of us being born, and so we're able to have life. That umbilical cord connecting us to our mother is nourishing, providing nourishment, blood, nutrients, resources, etc. And so when it's, from my understanding, when you are sacrificing an animal, giving it to spirit, you are offering a blood sacrifice that's causing a shift or change in the things that you are requesting. You're requesting a spirit to do something for you on your behalf. For some people, I've heard that for some people, these sacrifices have saved people's lives, have given people more money, have given people protection. And so sometimes the spirit desires that, right? And so for me, like, for people that consume meat, if you're eating chicken and pork and beef every day, and you're not really thinking about the process that the animal is going through, the animal is not being prayed over, the animal is not being raised up in our backyard. This is like a big production facility, and a lot of the times the animals are not in the most happiest emotional state, especially before they're being sacrificed, or sorry, not even sacrificed, slaughtered for no real reason other than our nourishment, which is not horrible, right? I mean, I guess we've kind of gotten used to it. But for me, I want you guys to kind of think about it like this. Like, if you're a meat eater, like, you're not really giving a second thought to that animal. So I don't want you to be like, oh my God, they sacrificed a pig. That's so evil. But bitch, you was eating bacon the other day. Was that evil? You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm just trying to say, like, don't take it like that, because that's not the way it's taken. In the sacrificing of the pig was spiritually cleansed with a spiritual herbal bath, and it was prayed over, and then it was sacrificed. And Ursuli Dantour really enjoyed the sacrifice. She was very happy for the sacrifice. One thing I love seeing within Haitian Vodou that I was able to see, where the Loa come down and mount people. Meaning that the Loa come down and literally interact with us. That means they are spiritually possessing a person, and that person is either providing messages or just interacting with us. And for me, I think I've seen the most, okay, so I've seen mounting done in Lukami, where the Orishas come down and mount people, but I haven't seen it to the extent that I have seen in Haitian Vodou. It's like, bitch, if they're gonna start a ceremony, somebody gonna come down. It is almost guaranteed that somebody is going to come down. Some spirit is going to come down and interact. And I think I really actually love that. And I think I was just so grateful within my trip, because I was just like, oh my God, this is the way that I felt like it's supposed to be. This is the way that I feel like us interacting with spirit is supposed to be. It's an interaction. It is not I'm down on my knees, I'm praying, and I never see anything. I never receive anything. I'm wondering what's happening, that I don't feel connected. And for me, within ancestor veneration and traditional African spirituality practices, I feel connected. I'm able to hear spirit. I'm able to see spirit. Like, spirit comes down, and for me, that strengthens my belief, right? And so even when I don't believe, and I'll tell you guys another story that happens within Haiti, like, I get the confirmation I need. Let's just say that a bitch gets the confirmation she needs, and that continues to help me have faith within the practice and continues to make me see the beauty in the practice, because that's what I need for my spirit. Versus maybe somebody just needs to go to church and hear the pastor. Maybe that's what they need for their spirit. Maybe you just need to be in your prayer closet and reading your Bible, and maybe that's what you need for your spirit, and that's okay. I just truly believe that everybody needs something different for their spirit, and whatever it is that you are called to is what you are needed to explore, because that helps you to learn more about yourself, and that helps you to learn and develop more of your own personal spiritual practice. Remember, I'm really wanting this to be about your journey, your personal journey, not what everybody else is doing, but what you are feeling called and drawn to, right? Not what everybody else is doing. Hey, my beautiful selfish babes, you guys know that every podcast episode is sponsored by my new company, Evolving Butterfly. Okay, I want to show you guys our crystal Yoni washes. Hear them? Our crystal Yoni washes are back in stock. We have Pussy Power with the rose quartz. We have Wealthy Woman with the citrine crystal. And we have Sex Goddess with the carnelian crystal. Every crystal Yoni wash is meant for you to empower yourself, is meant for you to bless your poom poom, so to say. And so if you are a selfish babe looking to align with more self-love and choose yourself, you're going to want to get pussy power with the rose quartz. If you are a selfish babe that wants to call in more prosperity and abundance into their life and have a wealth mindset, then you're going to want to get Wealthy Woman with the citrine crystal, which is actually my favorite crystal, to call in more of that wealth and prosperity. If you are a selfish babe that wants to tap more into your creativity and your pleasure, especially your selfish pleasure, your sexual pleasure, then you're going to want to get Sex Goddess with the carnelian crystal. Every crystal Yoni wash has an affirmations on the back of the bottle. I'm going to read the ones from Wealthy Woman. Some of the affirmations from the Wealthy Woman wash are: I am a wealthy woman. Prosperity looks and feels good on me. My heart is open and open to receiving all the funds. My pussy is dripping with success. Money loves being around me, and I love being around money. So you're going to squirt the foam into your hand, you're going to rub it, you're going to say one of the affirmations in your hand, and then you're going to rinse off your vagina and your yoni, the outside of your vulva, okay, not the inside. And this way you are connecting yourself to your womb and your vagina, and you are also praying over yourself and your womb and your vagina, and you're able to tap more into your divine feminine energy and your divine creative energy. You can order all of my crystal yoni washes, which are now in the 3 bundle if you want all of them, at evolvingbutterfly.org. So let me take you guys back. So after the pig was prayed over and sacrificed, more singing and dancing happened. We had Papa Legba come down. We had Ursula Dancer come down. We had Ursula Frey to come down. Now these are the walls, okay, that have come down. And so after the daytime, we had about a 3-hour break where we went back to the hotel and we changed our clothes, we ate, etc. Because this was a part of a 2-step ceremony, okay? It wasn't just a daytime sacrifice, no. So now the animal has died, has been given to spirit has approved. So now everybody in the community is going to help cook the meat of that animal to continue to prepare this offering for spirit to eat. So we came back at night. More singing and dancing and drumming has commenced, okay? Everybody's singing and dancing, singing songs to bring more Lawal down. More Lawal do come down. In fact, we saw Dambala come down. We saw Agwe come down. We had 2 Ursula Dontours come down. Ursula Freda come down. Legba came down. Trying to see if I'm missing somebody. So far, that's what I'm remembering. These Lawal came down. Remember, the Lawal are spirits of Vodou spirits. So as they're coming down, you know, they're blessing people, they're speaking to people, messages are being delivered. Some people are just, you know, grateful to have spirit come down and touch them. So now the pig that was sacrificed is now pig meat. Like, it's cooked. It looks good. There's rice, there's plantains. And so when Ursula Dantor comes down, that pig was for her. So now we have 2 people or multiple people, men, bringing out the platters of the cooked pork and the rice and the plantain for Ursula. Ursula obviously loves the offering. We had 2 Ursula Dantors obviously love the offering. So now Ursula Dantors are sitting down, and they're taking the rice and they're taking the pork and they're taking the food and giving it to people to eat. And so it's been said that if you have spirit feeding you, you're going to eat it. So even if you are vegetarian or vegan at the time, if spirit is going to give you some of this pork, you better not be vegan during that time, because it's like a blessing. It's a blessing to be able to eat from spirit. And we had a few ladies that were vegan or vegetarian on the trip that took the blessing from spirit because they knew that it was a blessing. And so even for me, I got to be able to eat eat specifically from Ursula Dantor, and I was very grateful and very happy for that. And it was beautiful. For me, this is the part of these type of spiritual practices that I love, that I absolutely love so much, is being able to interact with spirit. For me, I personally I feel like this is the way that we're supposed to be with spirit. I feel like it's not just on my knees praying and hoping and praying that I'm going to be hearing from God I get to interact with the spirit, and I love this. So being at the ceremony, the sacrament, really meant the world for me, because I really got to meet the Olawale and see them. Now, there was something that happened on one of the days of our trip, which was, I think, the next day or after, where we had an herbal cleansing bath prepared and made for us, which is beautiful. In Lukumi tradition, using the herbs and making these baths for me is just a normal thing. And so it seems the same in Vodou as well. You get spiritual baths made for cleansing. You get spiritual baths to open up your roads. You get spiritual baths to bring more wealth and luck towards you. You get spiritual baths for protection, right? And so for me, on that day, we were able to go out into the Haitian forest, get some herbs, have the herbs be prepared by a mambo and a ugan, prayed over, and then we got our baths. Okay. We got our baths the traditional way, and so we all went up one by one and got our baths. There was a lot of women that were having many breakthroughs, that were crying, that were really releasing some things. For me, spiritual baths isn't new. Spiritual bath has become my norm since my mid-20s. Even if I make it or I get it made by my godmother or somebody else, like, it's been the norm for me. And so having the bath for cleansing, I was just thinking about cleansing away any negativity, any jealousy, any hate, envy, etc., so that I can continue to thrive, right? And so that part was really beautiful. It was a really special moment for us to all be there together and get that done. But for me, what really stood out to me was after the spiritual bath, Ogu came down. Ogu is a Lawal. That's what I forgot to mention. But Ogu is a Lawal that is a warrior, a protector. And he came down. And they were like, well, if anybody wants to greet him, go up now. My ass went up, because I was like, oh, Ogu's here. I am greeting Ogu. And so I greet Ogu, and he just basically says a few things, but basically that he has been, working on my behalf, working with me, etc. And for me, that is what brought me to tears. It brought me to tears when spirit speaks to me and has been working on my behalf and acknowledges the things that I've prayed about. This is what I'm saying is what I need from my spirit and my spiritual practice. Ogu is telling me all the things that he's been listening, he's been answering, and I'm just there in gratitude, to the point that I get tears of gratitude, because I feel like that's what I wanted from the trip, even though I didn't know that. I didn't go into the trip saying, oh my God, I want to have this specific experience. I didn't have that. But what brought me to tears in for that trip was speaking directly to Ogu and hearing from his mouth. And for me, that was beautiful. That's what I love, a part of these practices. And so that was one experience on my trip that I really, really loved. We had other experiences where, I'm trying to go through all the days, where one day we went to the ocean and we were able to give offering to La Serene, which is the mermaid, and she came down and she spoke to us mainly about self-love. I have all of these videos linked below in my Haiti vlog. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and watch the video. But that was really beautiful. We had another day where we had the real fete, which was the cuisine fete. And that is like the spirit of agriculture, and the cuisines can be male, female. And that was a real fete. And I don't know what the name is, but it's an area where everybody comes and gathers, and it's where the fete takes place, where the ceremony takes place. So we have a lot of drummers, we have the ugon singing, and then we all come. And, we're all being able to be sat down. At some point, we were all given 3-4 bottles of Barbancourt rum. If you don't know, that is the rum of Haiti, and some cups. So now we sipping on a little alcohol. Even me, who do not be drinking like that, sipping on a little bit of alcohol, listening to the drumming, and just kind of being present and watching. So the party has started. They've already have an altar for cuisine. We see all the food is prepared. Again, I have all the visuals in my video. You guys will see it. It was so freaking beautiful to see the altar and offering for cuisine. And now spirits are coming down. Okay, different Lawal are coming down. Different Lawal are being called to come down. Alguay comes down. Ursula Freda comes down. Okay, we have multiple. At the end, we had 3 Ogus come down, which was fucking amazing. More messages being told to us. And then we have, of course, the cuisines come down. They were all playing around. They were jovial. They were like little kids. I got to dance with one of the cuisines. Again, the video's below, but it was just fun. And like, I just wanted people to see the beauty of that, the beauty of like, wow, we're really interacting with spirit like this. Spirit is really giving us food, feeding us, dancing with us, being in communion with us. It's not just something that feels very far away. And this is why I think for me, again, this is why some of these practices have resonated with me. And it just sat into my heart when it's just like I'm showing something so beautiful and people didn't even give it a fucking second thought to be like, oh no, this is evil. Oh no, what are you doing? Go seek Christ. Go repent. And it's like, you have no idea what you're talking about. You're seeing this video. There's some context, but you're not really understanding. And your immediate reaction is to tell me to go talk to Jesus Christ. I don't like that. So for me, apart from that, I'm trying to see what else we did. We did go to Basin Blue and we got baptized by Miela. She did a prayer for us where she just spoke life into us and baptized us in that lagoon. And I think that was really powerful as well, because that's a very spiritually charged place. We rode through the Haitian mountains. We got to go to the marketplace. Like, we got to experience being in Haiti. And I think that was really, really beautiful. Again, in my video, I had mentioned just Haiti is a beautiful place. It really reminds me of a country in Africa. I know Haiti is its own country, but that's what it reminded me of, because I have been to Ghana and I've been to Tanzania, which is East Africa, but it reminds me of a country in Africa. Like, just beautiful, 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 beautiful. I would definitely love to go back and listen to some compa and do some like compa stuff. But the trip overall was really amazing. It was really a beautiful experience for me. It really opened up my mind to Haitian Vodou. And again, it's something that I wanted to do. It's something that I needed to learn. And so when I saw the opportunity present itself, I said, yes, this is what I'm doing, because it's always been something I was fascinated with. And so for my selfish babes listening, if there's things that you are fascinated with, things that you want to explore, go ahead and explore them. Go ahead and do it, even if there's nobody else that you know that is doing it. On that trip, I didn't go with a friend. I really didn't know anybody on the trip. I went knowing that it's going to be a group of women and we're going to be able to meet up. So of course I wasn't going alone, but did I travel there by myself? Yes. At some point at the airport, I met the ladies and we traveled together, which is beautiful. But it's just like, it didn't stop me that none of my friends were going. And so because they're not going, I'm not going to go. Like, no, go. A lot of people have asked me, are they going to have another trip? I don't know if they're going to have another trip. I will link both of their Instagrams below so you guys can follow them. They do a lot of courses, like voodoo courses or hoodoo courses. And this is a message to all of my selfish babes. They primarily prefer to work with Black women, because a lot of these spiritual practices are for Black people, and that's who they want to serve. And so if you do not have any African in your blood, then we would just ask that you respect to not try to enter any of the courses, because even the way to get to the courses, they have to see that you're a person of African descent. And that's just the way it is for them, because I understand why they want some of these practices closed. So I just ask that all my selfish babes respect that. But I will put their links below so you guys can follow them. One lives in Haiti and one is in the States. And also I'm affirming to have both of them on the podcast soon so that you guys can hear from their own mouth what made them want to conduct this trip. What do they practice? What brought them to their own personal spiritual practices? I want you guys to hear from their mouth as well and learn from these beautiful women. And so that's pretty much it. I'm like, is there anything else I want to say about Haiti? And I'm like, no. I will say I will go again at a different point in time. Oh, I didn't post this video yet, but when I was coming back from Haiti, I literally almost got stuck in Port-au-Prince. And that's because we ended up missing our flight, because our smaller charter flight coming from Les Cayes to Port-au-Prince was delayed by an hour. That delayed my American Airlines flight to get out of Port-au-Prince. Because the checkout counter closes an hour before the plane leaves, they would not let us on the plane or wouldn't even let us check in. And so me and three other ladies had to check into a Port-au-Prince hotel, which is the safe area of Port-au-Prince. And we stayed in Port-au-Prince for another night. The next day, one girl flew to Panama and got out that way. The next day, we tried to do a standby ticket for American Airlines. The plane was booked, couldn't get on. The next day, I said, I'm not staying here another day. I am going to book to fly a Sunrise Airlines flight to Dominican Republic, and from Dominican Republic, my flight to Delta back to Atlanta. I feel like at that point, what I learned is that I love having options. And in Port-au-Prince, I know that you guys may hear a lot of things about Haiti, like violence and like it's just not safe and it's a category 4. And from one of the trip leaders, they said it's been a category 4 for years now. Like, I don't know if it'll ever be said that it's safe to go to Haiti, and especially Port-au-Prince. But the thing is, we were in Jacmel, and Jacmel was safe. So I do want to point out that even though Port-au-Prince may not be deemed safe right now, there are other areas of Haiti where it's completely safe to go to. But for some, you do have to fly into Port-au-Prince, and you may have to take a smaller plane out to these other areas. Now, I was really frustrated that I was not able to get another flight immediately out of Port-au-Prince. I was kind of frustrated that there weren't a lot of options. It was Spirit, JetBlue, American Airlines, and they all had one flight a day, and they were all fucking booked up until the middle of the month. I wasn't trying to stay in Port-au-Prince until the middle of the month. And so I had to book a small flight to go to the Dominican Republic to an airport that had options, an airport that had multiple flights for the days, right? And I took a Delta flight and I was able to get out. And for me, that just showed me maybe the infrastructure of Haiti, whereas you were on the same island, right? Hispaniola is one island. Dominican Republic is on one side and Haiti's on one side, but it's one fucking island, two different completely infrastructures and government. And so I'm flying to Dominican Republic. I'm finally at an airport that has all the options. Okay, I mean all the options, the restaurants, the big ass airport, everything we like in an airport. Whereas in the Port-au-Prince airport, I feel like they had like the necessities, like there's a few restaurants, bathroom, and you have your thing, but it's not big like the Dominican, I forgot what it was called, International Airport. So having to go back to the hotel for 2 nights and not being able to get home was really frustrating to me. And I did not like that at all. I was actually very frustrated that I could not get back. And then finally I got back. But it did show me like, okay, this infrastructure is different. There are a lot of things that I feel like are being worked on that or need to be worked on in Haiti. But spiritually, in terms of Haiti, in terms of community, in terms of love, community, and spirituality, I think that Haiti is very powerful. I think Haiti has a lot of energy towards those spaces, especially outside of Port-au-Prince. I spoke to a few Haitians during my interactions there, that are living in Haiti or have moved to different parts of Haiti because of all the things that were going on in Port-au-Prince. One lady was like, she really loved Haiti at one point, but she's had to move into a smaller apartment outside of Port-au-Prince just to protect herself because the gangs were taking over the area of Port-au-Prince. So it's sad to hear that. It's sad to hear that some Haitians cannot enjoy their country the way that they want to, or may have to move outside. Jacmel is an area that is growing in popularity because of the safety. There's still a lot of things that needs to be built though, for maybe some people to feel completely comfortable to live there. But Mambo Lanice is there and she's doing what she can. It's part of her journey. And so Haiti is beautiful. There's a lot of things that's going on, good and bad. And I'm really happy that I got to take this trip for myself. I'm really happy that we were spiritually protected, like literally we were spiritually protected. And I'm just grateful to be able to show my trip to the world and just give another perspective. To me, Selfish Babes, I love options. You guys will hear me say that often. And for me, growing up, I would have just loved to know what the other options were. I would have loved to know that Lukami was an option. I would have loved to know that Paula was an option. I would have loved to learn that Ifa was an option. I would have loved to learn that Haitian Vodou or Hoodoo was an option. To me, Christianity was the only option that I was given. And so when I'm able to see other options that are out there, I like to share them with you all so that you guys can go on your own journey. I may not have all the answers. I may not have all the how-tos or how you can talk to this person or whatever, but I will try my best to make sure that you guys are given options to see some type of perspective and then seek out the rest for yourself. And my prayer to you is that your doorways are open to where you can continue on the spiritual path meant for you. that you can continue on the spiritual path meant for you, and that you're able to have great elders of great character and people that you can lean on and to learn from. Because what I've learned is that everything in the books and on the internet is not accurate, and it's really good to have an elder in the tradition, and that just takes time. It just takes time and relationship building. And so there's no like, oh my God, where can I find somebody to learn from? I don't have the answer from you, except continue to pray to your ancestors, ask them to open up the way, and the way shall be opened. So I want to say thank you, Selfish Babe, so much for listening to this Selfish Babe podcast episode. Remember, all of my episodes are sponsored by my company, Evolving Butterfly. It's my new company where I'm selling you the detox pearls, the crystal Yoni washes, the vaginal steaming sets, etc. And I also have my Selfish as Fuck Academy, which is my spiritual self-love course, where you can learn how to create a spiritual bath for cleansing, for attracting, how to pray, how to honor your ancestors, all the basic spiritual stuff that I basically learned, as well as connecting to your womb space. And you can find that at evolvingbutterfly.org. Make sure to order, make sure to check out. You guys know I have the spiritual self-love products for you guys. I love you all so much. Remember to rate this podcast 5 stars, follow the podcast page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll be back with you for the next episode. Peace.